Here we are, folks, for the back nine, the conclusion of the round 4 coverage of the 2020 Green Mountain Championships presented by Discraft, the world leader in disc sports. I'm Brian Earhart, one more time with Noah Meintsma of Team Innova. This has been pretty nutty, the front nine on this course.
This has been quite a front nine, no doubt. I'm excited to see how they finish on the back and really try to move up the leaderboard late in the event here.
And we do see after hole 4 through 9 on Fox Run, there's crazy swirling wind, and these players have had all sorts of ups and downs out here. James Conrad is playing fantastic golf, a clean 5 down with no bogeys. The rest of the card is just trying to maintain right now, and we move into a much more scoreable stretch of this course.
Yeah, I'm excited. James just throwing a bunch of really good backhands out here. Rick is having some good putts dropping, but he's having some OBs off the tee a little bit. Nico's definitely finding the out of bounds here. Hopefully, I'm looking for him to come way back in this back nine. I can see it.
And we do move into hole number 10, which is one of the easiest holes in the course. Again, another chip hyzer, as a lot of pros would like to call it. 315 feet, slightly downhill once you crest the first hill here. And you have a bit of a backstop, so a lot of spike hyzer flicks or backhands are going to stick on this green.
Yeah, this one is definitely one you want to get. It's right there in front of you. Little turnover, forehand hyzer.
And James is going with a big turnover, and that's going to push a little farther.
Yeah, he's going with his Aviar, I think. And it's a little short, but he's going to have a putt.
25 uphill.
Not bad. Nico getting after his flick, but this thing is
really overstable.
got some stability. He spins it so clean, especially. Timmy B. Ooh, here we go.
That's a nice looking line.
Flat, super smooth. Just right on the target.
Yep, and that is about parked.
Super good with that Zeus. Rick.
I like this line a lot.
This must be Pig again. He just flicks this thing everywhere. Oh, maybe a little faster.
And look at that thing just
either
stick
way,
on
yeah.
the green.
He's got some really good ground play. Ooh, James just tried to leave it short, it looked like, but he snuck her over there.
6
good putt.
down.
That's a good putt for sure. Yeah,
fantastic birdie.
Moving fast up the leaderboard. Rick is just, wow. Thinking about some bad stuff.
I guess. You don't see that happen too
Yeah.
often inside Circle 1 with no win for Ricky. He's definitely going to be kicking himself after that.
It's maybe the second or third time in the last few rounds that he just hasn't really got this putter up above the rim from 18 to 25 feet. Nico taking a little, maybe more time after that. Yeah.
There's another birdie there
It's a
from
good
Nico.
cleanup.
And let's see if he can bounce back. I mean, 4 straight bogeys on this course feels terrible. And it almost feels like sometimes that you can't come back from it. So we'll see if Nico can keep his mental fortitude and keep rattling off these birdies on the scoreable holes.
Yeah, being the veteran he is, I'm sure that's something he's had to do in the past, and this course is one of the best ones for getting back in the back nine.
Absolutely. Tim taps in his birdie, and we will move into hole number 11. One of the longer par 4s in the... this is actually one of the shorter par 4s in the course. I was referring to hole 12. This one is actually just very placement-oriented. 600 feet. The thing off the tee here is you do want to bite off distance to make this shot to this funneled green a lot easier. You want to be able to at least see the gaps that you're hitting.
Yeah, I feel like you don't need a ton of distance, I would say, honestly, but I think the fairway driver is really good because it doesn't want to go OB left or flip over right as much.
And James is going control driver. He's going Wraith here.
Yeah, Wraith would be a really good option for speed and stability as well, because you don't want something bites too hard. Just a good golf hole, standard.
Exactly. Nico just getting no air underneath that. He still is going to have a look up to the green, but he might have to go with something faster.
Yeah, true. We'll probably have more of a forehand. If you can't really get really close, the putter turnover becomes a little bit more technical and difficult.
Exactly.
The forehand just seems to sit nicer down there.
Tim throws a nice clean hyzer in bounds. That's a good looking play from Rick.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah, smoked it.
That'll be a little pig shot to the basket.
That angle might be actually a little tricky so far. Yeah, Nico having the forehand and not quite hitting his line. A little early, but... Oh, and it's... Wow. After just getting that birdie back last hole, he's going to have a really hard par save in the next one. Tim
was hoping for a good kick, and he got a very good kick. He was heading right for the out-of-bounds stakes.
Yeah, both these guys did not quite get their forehands over. James just going to little frisbee toss a putter down there.
Wow.
Wow, that was so good. To knock a OB long once you get the putter going straight is so much touch.
That's so good. Ricky trying to match him here.
Just got to sit. Oh, yeah.
Great shot.
Very good ground play.
2 beautiful finesse shots. That's what I really do like about this hole.
Yeah, that is not a very far shot, but it's a really good shot to execute. Tim just pitching up, playing smart, taking his pars. Nico's playing more battling. Oh.
Oh, no. Sit down. Sit down.
Jesus. Almost hits a huge turnover. 70-foot putt. A dangerous green.
And Tim's just going to rattle off another par. Stress-free golf here.
Nico marching through with the troops in his bag. Rick's, though, is going to clean up his well-executed bird. And Nico, unfortunately, with the bogue. Not going to be too stoked, but here we go. We got some more holes to get, so...
Yeah, Nico's going to have to dig deep here.
He's going to have to get him here.
Hole 12, the hole I was referring to, 710-foot par 4. One of the longer par 4s in the course. Second shot especially is a long shot. Luckily, we did have a bit of a tailwind on this hole, and players are throwing a kind of a placement hyzer off the tee here, and then they're blasting to this long green.
Yeah, tailwind is so helpful on this hole. Be able to commit to just throwing something overstable and fast on the tee shot. Try to get to this landing zone.
Exactly where James landed.
Which is very tough, honestly, but yeah, he hits it no problem. Rick's going to force that match over.
Really interesting shot choice. It's in a decent spot.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit right, but with the tailwind, you can really get after a slow disc and commit to it, and he'll be having to look at it for sure, I think. Timmy B getting some flip, but maybe like a little more distance at least, too.
Yeah, it's still a little bit far back for that second shot.
Nico just running up and...
Yeah, Nico knows you need distance off this.
Maybe went with something a little...
That was pretty overstable.
Yeah, didn't quite get a lot of distance, but it's got a good landing zone. Players are far enough left where the angle is doable.
And Tim goes a little low turnover with something.
Yeah, he's not going to quite get the distance he needs, but...
It'll be an easy up and down for a par.
Mm-hmm.
This looks better. This actually might come out.
This is a really good line from Nico.
Wow.
What a shot. Getting long of the target, actually.
Great line there from Nico. He's parked for birdie.
Oh, Rick just sounds like he slipped and just never got the disc on the line. At least he's staying in bounds here. He doesn't have to cost 2 strokes at least.
Whoa, and James kind of falling off balance. I think that's a
wow.
T-bird
What a
he
fall
just
through.
threw.
That looked like his Nibo T-bird. What a fall through.
Wow. Okay.
Riding that tailwind really well. Tim jumping up in the tailwind is going to be tapping in. Playing just some clean golf. Rick. Oh, he almost still got the bird after kind of
fluffing the upshot.
Yeah, no doubt, but
snags a par. Stays at 3 under.
Yeah, it's been a weird one for Rick for sure. Couple really good birdies, but then some weird holes, some weird shots from him. James to keep this hot round going. No problem. Moving to 8 down through 12. What a heater he's got going.
He just seems like he's completely under control. The disc is coming out of his hand exactly how he wants to. There's not a lot of misfires coming out of his hand. And as long as the putter's still hot, he could break double digits no problem.
Yeah, such a dangerous player when his game is on like it is.
And we see Nico battle back to even after this great birdie.
Yeah, he
Even
doesn't seem
par.
too excited about the bird there, but I know that this is a good one to start your back.
Just to give reference, you know, we see a lot of red on his scorecard.
I just want to send a huge thank you out to all of our Innova throwers that have supported the Tour Series program. Every player on Team Star and Champion has a special signature disc available at the Innova factory store and at retailers around the world. Huge part of what keeps us able to do what we love and be professional disc golfers out there on tour. So thank you so much for supporting it.
Moving into hole number 13, 375-foot par 3. We move into a big section of the course for birdies here. Little hyzer at this light pole, and then we hyzer straight into the basket here. Pretty simple flat to fade shot for a lot of these players.
Yeah, this is a pretty textbook shot that most professional disc golfers should be able to throw. Flat to fade, any speed in your disc, depending on how hard you want to throw it, pretty much.
And it looks like James is going to want to go with a slower disc. He wants a little less ground play.
Going with his famous MD4. Gets a really nice flat to fade shot.
And that looks really good.
Wow. Get that ground
Oh,
play.
man.
A little last check and roll. Thank you.
He is
I think he'll
feeling
take
it right
that.
now.
Yeah, Nico's.
Kind of taking an opposite shot shape. A little bit...
Faster disc, down-tempoed, but getting the same result.
And Nico's going to be parked even closer for birdie.
Yeah, wow. Rick, going to be going probably pig. It's got to be... Oh, it's getting too flat on him, but well in Rick's range.
He's
Not
about
bad.
30 feet from the basket there.
Timmy B taking a flip up of driver.
I think that's going to be Undertaker from him.
Okay. Maybe some tailwind. Oh, yeah.
Give me a chance, he said.
Oh, no. It's never committed up over the rim. And
That was really the
so
first big
frustrating.
mistake we've seen Tim make.
yeah, not even too big of a mistake. It was still a tester, but Rick just showing him how to do it there. Picking up a good one.
And as these two players, James and Nico, tap out their birdies, what I was mentioning before the commercial break kind of cut us off, to give reference, Nico, after this birdie, is going to fight back to 1 under par. After 4 straight bogeys on this course, 1 under par total for a round was over 1,000 rating.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just to show how challenging this course is and how common bogeys are on these scorecards.
Yeah, it's kind of misleading sometimes when you just see the people that are playing the best every weekend. That sometimes, holes can get out of hand quick if you miss a putt.
Exactly.
Throw a disc out of bounds. Things all add up on one hole quick.
And speaking of out of bounds, we're seeing the whole right side and deep at the basket OB for hole number 14. 345-foot par 3. This actually was playing a lot easier for the players. They all had a bit of a tailwind to work with today.
Yeah, the wind was pretty favorable for these stretch of holes, I think, throughout the weekend, I want to say. But James is not really committing maybe to the Thunderbird there. But might have some type of tricky putt he could manufacture. Nico really getting after this with some overstable disc. It's getting...
Put his full body weight into it.
Wow.
And that actually puts him to a good side of the basket.
Yeah, he got some more distance, and then putt's open now, so. Rick just ripping Firebird. Come on.
And you hear him say it's got to get lucky. And
Sits right
it
there.
does for the most part. He'll have a nice straddle putt to the basket.
Yeah, he's big. Tim with the weird footing there. Not really getting enough.
Still didn't really phase him. I think it's going to get a
Momentum behind
flared
the shot.
circle too. Yeah, not a ton of momentum. Some of these tee pads were a very strange distance.
Yeah, especially if you have a long run up and they're built up like that, it can be tricky.
Yeah.
Tim's still almost making the putt, but James, oh,
He'll settle for a par as well.
Nico jumper. Oh,
There it
we
is.
Go.
There's another birdie. He's starting to catch
That
some
looked
fire.
super center as well. Confident stroke.
And let's rewind that.
Oh, yeah, another angle. Hand open and committed the whole time.
Yeah, you could tell.
Doesn't put his hand down until the disc is in the target. It's a really good point there, Nico's.
He's fighting for sure. Now we get back to this kind of wooded section. I think Nico could take some strokes back.
Mm-hmm. Rick, was that a dad putt?
It's a little horseshoe
Was
putt.
that a dad? A little daddy-o?
A little daddy-o putt, as the Minnesotans call it.
Nice.
Rick drills one, and he's actually made a ton of these.
Let's
in
go,
the
Rick.
past.
Yeah.
Great putt.
All right, James. Cleaning up his par. Probably a little frustrating, but he's had so many birds that can't be too greedy.
No. Tim going another par.
Yeah, Tim just having so many pars in a row now.
Yeah,
But-
just can't quite get close enough off the tee. But we do move into hole number 15, and it's a hard dogleg right, 325 feet. Kind of the only shape we see like this on the course. And a lot of players, especially sidearm players, are playing a skip shot right about here and pushing it up to the basket. We're probably going to see James throw some sort of AVR
I'm
or
excited.
beat up rock on this turnover shot. One of the tougher turnovers on tour.
Yeah, I'm excited for James's turnover here. I would imagine everyone else would go forehand here. Nico just filleting it.
And there it is again from Nico.
Wow, just absolutely textbook. Wraps the gap on the backside so nice, but still brings the overstable in. Rick's getting a little too straight on his sidearm here.
Yeah, he went flip up
Is that
sidearm
might
here.
be the picking or something slow.
I don't know exactly what that white
yeah.
disc is.
It flies similar to the pig, but I don't.
And I don't know that he would flick T-Bird or something like that.
Yeah, that seems way too fast.
James going hard turnover. Oh, keep coming.
Just get a good tree bounce and it could be a putt. Just
Puts him to about circle's edge.
straight to everything. Yeah.
It's such a hard corner to bend with a righty backhand.
Yeah, no doubt. Tim over forcing this forehand. It's gonna hit trees. At least he stayed in the middle for a doable approach here.
I believe that's a beat up magnet that Tim likes to
This
throw.
old trusty magnet, and it's getting through everything. He's gonna have a putt. Rick's gonna have another cool putt here. Wow, just pours it in there. Little
That was a standstill, I would say 50-footer
Yeah.
straddle with a framed up putt. Great putt there from Ricky.
Yeah, a little kiss off the top nub, but oh, James trying to do a crazy Annie spin putt, but get it nose down on him quickly. Oh, Tim with
Stay in there, Tim.
the dainty little par putt, but it gets it.
And that makes 5 straight pars for Tim. That is a boring scorecard, but
Wow.
out here, I would be thrilled to be 3 under with no bogeys.
Yeah, no doubt. It's probably a little upsetting for him, but then when he looks at the leaderboard, he's like, I can't be too mad.
Yeah, with the wind and what it was doing to some players that day, it's, it's hard playing with James Conrad at 9 under par as we move into 16. Hole number 16, one of the deciding holes on the course. What an exciting hole to start the finishing stretch on. Dead straight for about 400 feet, I'd say. And how far do you think you have to get a birdie look here?
Wow, I mean, to get a birdie look, you have to be in such a good spot, like up on the hill on the left side, probably at least 370 in distance.
Yeah, there is a decision off the
Pushing
tee whether or not you want to get the birdie here. And a lot of players on this card are going to be pushing as far up this sloped fairway as they can. This
Yeah,
actually shapes for Nico perfectly.
I really enjoy like all the design elements of a good disc golf hole around this. Nico getting good bounce out, but
Yeah.
they have elevation, they have the straight shot, they have the line, the par 4, they have the green being in the open, throwing from 2 different places where the wind can be completely different.
Exactly. And Rick getting
Ground
a
play.
nasty roll
Oh.
to that right side. No.
Yeah, see overstable disc when they're coming in so spinny up there on the hill, they get good chance they're going to ground play down there.
Yeah, and you see James here going force
T-Bird.
over T-Bird, and that's forced over too much.
Oh, it's getting no bad kicks.
And that right side is pretty much pitch out zone. There's no creativity you can, muster up from there.
I would agree. Timmy throwing a smooth Undertaker, but it's gonna hold nice. Get that ground play. Oh, just not
kind of a
getting the
rough
ground
spot.
play.
He might have a sidearm or something from there.
James, at least he got out, and
Great
that's got
shot.
some good distance too, even with the pitch. Nico just getting after it. It's not gonna hold though.
That blue disc that he throws is wicked overstable.
No doubt.
He's throwing his entire body weight into the shot.
Tim, perfect. Looked a little scary, but it's actually a perfect sidearm layup, which is pretty much, I think that's the play. If you're not gonna park the basket for your second shot, then you want to just pitch a little flick out so you can pitch up and down.
And James going Thunderbird, and that's flexing perfectly.
Wow, he's so good with that star Thunderbird.
Wow.
What
That
a
is 20
look to
feet.
save a par on this. Rick, that was a really good out. He's going to have a rock into the green.
And that rock's going to kind of destabilize as it's hyzering.
He's giving it a run, maybe? No, right there. Really well played. Timmy B smoking a flick and looks good. Smooth.
Perfect. He'll have a nice little look for par.
Nico's going to just pitch out.
And with the amount of 6s, 7s, 8s I've seen on this hole, taking a par is
We can get gnarly.
really, really nice. Tim's going to tap in a nice stress-free par yet again. He's playing fantastic golf for what the cards he's been dealt.
Yeah, I would agree. Getting a little windy here, but at least it's a wind to his back. Seem to be most players' favorite wind if they're going to have it.
Exactly. Another par putt there from James. And then Ricky after a beautiful rock shot.
You guys going to have an easy par save.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love how the distances, too, on the par 4s at these tracks are only, high 500s to low 700. But the 2 golf shots you need to execute to get a birdie they're serious shots. It's a lot of flip-ups. It's a lot of distance and glide still.
It's a really amazing mix of like old school technicality with like new school like power and speed. And I think moving into hole number 17, this is one of the holes that
wow.
this is one of the holes that we can safely say is one of those chip hyzers that's a little bit more daunting because it's so blind.
Yeah, the 2-stroke swing thing in the end of the round kind of comes into play. Like if you don't commit to it, it's easy to go out of bounds and you don't even see where your disc is. Elevated putt coming back in the wind is
Exactly.
never easy on top of it. So, but you can just park an easy spike hyzer to end your day too. Rick with a big slip. Still going to work out. Nico's kind of chirping at him about it. James throwing it.
And that
Gliding kind of more than the spike. Hopefully the sit's nice. It's kind of slower disc too, I guess.
Yeah, and should be about circle's edge, maybe a little bit closer.
Yeah, probably just outside circle.
Tim throwing that Zeus again, I believe. And that's getting a little glidey, but that actually might get down in time. Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, well.
Great shot. James's was a lot longer than I thought it was.
Dang. He's right, but he's going to have easy par at least. Rick, you going to want it? Low, let's go.
Nice putt,
Last
Rick.
chance for a deuce in the tournament. It's always sweet, even with the slip. Ooh, disc tricks too.
Wow,
Let's
that
go.
was pretty amazing.
Yeah, Rick. Nico, here we go. Coming back fast.
It feels good to see Nico not miss any of these short putts.
Yeah, his mental game here in this round is actually doing really well. He's not getting too frustrated. He's just letting it help him get more birdies as the round is coming to a close. Tim's talking about getting more birds as the round's coming to a close. Shooting just all these pars still, and he's got a couple birds now. Starting to turn into a little round.
Yeah, he's actually starting to shoot great. And, Tim and Nico have been quietly racking up some birdies as we've gone down the stretch here. And we finish off at one of the best finishing holes in disc golf, hole number 18.
Yeah, I agree for sure. It's so much fun. Everyone's watching on the road on the side and giving you flags where your hyzer went out. Hopefully, if you went out at all, hopefully it was on the left side. If
Exactly.
you threw OB on the right, you're rethrowing this drive pretty much, maybe moving up 30 feet at most.
And we saw Chris Dickerson the first time around take an 8 because of that.
Yeah, it can get gnarly fast. Like, Nico's going to throw extra high hyzer to avoid that. Just missing to the right at all.
And that's a great shot from
Yeah,
Nico.
not a lot of distance, but in a perfect spot. Definitely par. If Rick has just made that miss I was talking about, so it's surprising.
It looks like it's getting down in
Hopefully this
time,
will
though.
sit. Yeah, never mind. He got it flat enough.
He's in literally the perfect spot now.
Yeah, now he's going to have so much angle to work with his forehand approach. Tim looked up mildly.
It should be fine.
Hopefully he doesn't skip, but oh yeah.
Right in the middle.
Right where he wanted it. It's always so scary watching the initial flight of your disc on the drive, but then usually it's fine.
James,
Again, after this one. Wow.
I love how he just, on this hole, he just throws caution to the wind and throws as far as he can.
That was such a drive.
And that's a Wraith.
Flat to hyzer, 500 feet downhill.
Tim's flick looking really, oh no.
Wow.
I might have niced him on that one.
Yeah, that was looking really good. He had to keep it inside and tight to get the distance he needed. So Nico's throwing the aggressive hyzer over the out of bounds.
We saw Paul Macbeth do this in the final round as well, but
Wow.
that's parked.
What a shot. What a read to hit the hillside on the front there to slow the disc down
That's
perfectly
wild.
and not get the roll away.
Get in there.
Wow. This is going to be well played as well by Rick. James is going to have a chance to maybe... Oh my gosh, he looks like he is
He
running
wants to get
this.
the
Yeah,
eagle.
wow. This is why I love watching James Conrad play disc golf. Oh no.
Out of bounds.
He
James.
gets bit by like an inch though, trying to give us a show on the last one. Oh man. Timmy B. What a day for him.
And you hear in the background someone.
That's a good tournament. Well played tournament for Timmy B.
Yeah, fantastic playing from Tim.
It's good to see him finish strong.
Oh, and James misses that after the aggressive
Wow,
eagle
no,
run.
yeah, that kind of got a little sour there after a really good drive off the tee. And the wind's kind of down here. Nico climbs in a final
That's a
bird.
5 under par after 4 straight bogeys in the front 9. That's incredible
Wow.
mental fortitude for Nico.
Yeah, strung them together.
He's got to feel very proud of that.
Rich?
Ricky taps out an 8 under par, birdieing 5 out of the last 6.
Yeah, similar situation to Nico, just didn't have as many bogeys early on. But they all had a bunch of really good highlights throughout this round. James, too, who's kind of leading the pack the whole day pretty strongly, now drops to 8, tied with Rick.
8 under par is just such a good round.
Such a
out
phenomenal
here.
round, though, yeah.
There's so many just,
Never found any danger, really. Just played
Exactly.
solid the whole day. Made a lot of putts.
and there's Tim with just the simple 4 under par.
Wow, what a
snagged
scorecard.
Some of the
deuces, a
easiest
three.
birdies in the course, and then maintained on the tougher ones.
Yeah, that was sweet. A lot of different golf styles
Yeah.
going on there.
What a
Final round.
display of disc golf, and what a property to display all styles of disc golf. Thank you all for joining us in that final round. We hope you enjoyed. Again, subscribe to Gatekeeper Media. We're going to keep bringing you fantastic disc golf content for years to come. I'm Brian Earhart and Noah Meintsma.
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was a great time. Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, we will see you next week at the MVP Open.
Yeah. Peace out.